Hello and thanks for joining me again for another episode of SpaceBourne 2. Today we are currently in the N1 system. We are at the Stronghold station. Now this used to belong to House Saragon. We took it off of them in one of the previous episodes quite a while ago. This is a large station with a large landing pad, and that's what we need to buy a mothership, which is what we're going to be doing today. Now, one thing, in the past, if you came to a station and the ship that you wanted wasn't at the terminal, if you saved beforehand and then reloaded, then you could just save and reload until you found the ship that you wanted. But it appears that you don't need to do that. So if we hit F and see there's the mothership there. Now, the first time I saw one of these, the price on it was like about 630 mil. So I've literally spent the last few days trying to get a ton of money, enough money to buy it and enough money to equip it. And now it's like a quarter of that price. Now, each time you click out of here, press F again, stats change, prices change. I'm not sure how much stats change. I haven't really looked a lot. I know that the probes, the amount of probes and that does change. These perks are always the same, and your component slots are always the same, or at least that's what I've noticed. Now, if the mothership's not in there, just keep exiting out. See, now it's got the command ship in there, which we bought in a previous episode, and we tried it out. Wasn't that great. I ended up selling that to try and afford this one, and now my luck, it's only like a third of the price of what I need. So if we exit out of that again, keep hitting F, same thing again, price changes. So we're just going to keep doing that until we get a mothership again. Don't need to save and reload anymore. There it is. And now this one, see, this, the previous one had 3 probes, this has 4. Combat drones 15. So we've got 6 weapon slots. Alright, so what we don't have is offensive or cargo. And we've always got these perks. We can't change the perks, but we can add these slots. It is level 31, which is, we can't upgrade it any more than that until I level up my pilot level, and it's tier 4. So we're going to go and buy that. I'm going to buy it naked though, because we're going to put legendary gear on it. So we'll buy that one. We'll run around here, we'll take a quick look at it. So go over here. Now when we call it, it has 2 decks because it carries 2 fighters. So you can assign any of your other ships onto it. We can even put our mining ship on there if we wanted to. Now I'm not going to assign ships to it just yet. The reason being is we're going to go and do some shopping on our fighter. It just makes things a bit easier. But we will call it. We'll have a quick look at it. So let's just call it. So when you have got your fighters assigned to it, you can't go through stargates in your fighter. You have to return back to your mothership and go through the deck. Go through the gate in your mothership. But there is our mothership there. From over here, I believe that's the front of it. I mean, this thing is huge. We can't go in here. That's false. If we go up here, I mean, this is just massive. I think we can land on it. Yep. It's a bit dodgy. So we'll just keep our jetpack on. But yeah, I mean, this thing is huge. I mean, look, that's the station over there. And we're almost as large as the station. So I believe this is the cockpit up here. Either that one or maybe that round bit up there. But the only way that you can get into the mothership that I know of is through here. So this is the landing pad of the station. And you can see they put a ramp down. And this ramp goes up. And we've got two little landing bays. So now we're actually on the mothership. And when we assign our two fighters, this is where they go. We've got a terminal here. We can use this from space. You can use it on the mothership. You can also use it on the two fighters that you have here. And then there's a door there that goes to the interior. So we'll check that out a bit later. We'll do a tour inside. First of all, we're going to go and get some gear for it. So I'm going to go get my fighter back. Now it is a bit buggy. With the when you have the ships docked onto it. I have noticed that I've had a few things go missing, inventories muck up and that sort of thing when I've switched them out. So we're just going to go and do some shopping in our fighter first, because I want to buy some stuff and we can't dock our mothership at the station. Oops. Let's do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head on over to the faction hangar here. Now one thing to note is that our mothership does have its own sort of faction hangar terminal on it, which allows us to upgrade our ships. It'll allow you to upgrade the mothership or either of the two fighters that you've got on board. However, it doesn't have any shopping terminals. You can't buy anything. So we're just going to cruise down here and buy a couple of modules. Now, I did try parking the mothership up here. You can't dock it there. And I flew down. It took me ages to find my way back inside the mothership. I also tried using one of the ships docked on the mothership to fly down here. And then it sort of glitched my ship. It glitched my fighter over to like miles away down below the station. So it'd be easier just to come and buy stuff before signing anything. So we don't have any of the shopping terminals. We don't have this manager terminal on the mothership. We don't have the paint terminal. We can't paint the mothership like we can with this. So basically what we have on the mothership is we have this interface here. We can't change the perks on the mothership, but we can use the terminal on the mothership to change the perks of our fighters. The other thing that we don't have is this terminal here, and that's why we're here. So we're going to pick up an offensive holder, going to pick up a cargo component, and we're done here. So now we're going to head off to the guilds, the Freelancers Guild and the Bounty Hunters Guild. Going to collect up some legendary gear. Don't know why I keep jumping out of my ship today. So we're going to take off. Now I am going to head on over to N5. So if you remember when I got this WRA ship, I just stole all the equipment straight off of my Zegan warrior and I put it straight on this fighter. So my Zegan warrior has been naked for quite a while, and I just recently went to the guilds in this sector and refurbished the Zegan Warrior, and so now the guilds in this sector are out of stock, so we're just going to cruise on over to the next sector so we can buy stuff for our mothership. Going to hit Control H. So if you are shopping around for legendary gear, or if you're looking for, trying to find the guilds that you're looking at don't have the stats that you want, head over to the next or any other main. Like if you zoom out, we'll show you all the main core sectors. Head to one of them, then press U, go up here into your guilds again and find the closest one that it's got. So 94. So we'll hit 94. We're at the Stargate, we'll hit Control H and we'll cruise around to the back of it. Cruise through here. And Bounty Hunters Guild here. And if you've watched the series, you know how we unlock the legendary items by doing the Bounty Hunters missions, ranking up in the guild. Same with the Freelancers Guild and the Mercenaries Guild, but we won't be using the Mercenaries Guild today. We're just doing ship upgrades. So once again, you can sort of park your mothership above this and fly down to the station in your suit, but it's just a lot easier to do your shopping in a fast fighter. Get the job done a lot quicker. The only thing is that you can't sort of see or compare what items you've got. So we're going to head over here. So if you are rank 3 in the Bounty Hunters Guild, you're going to have access to this legendary terminal here. We're going to untick all of these and just go through them one by one. Hit filter, defensive pack. I'm just going to go for the most expensive one. I'm not going to worry too much about checking out all the stats. Don't want to spend too much time doing this just for the sake of the video. So I just want to grab one of each. Not going to be too fussy. Just going to grab the most expensive one and sort of base it on cost basis being the better one, even though it might not necessarily. Shield. Need power. Need weapon systems. Aim component. That one. Engine system. A few to choose from there. That'll do. Scan systems we don't need. Cargo component. Yeah, I guess that one. I'll go for that one for the warp speed. Now the mothership is a drone ship, but it doesn't have this drone component. So that's all we need there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Freelancers Guild and get some weapons. Hop back in our ship. Take off. Hit you, go to guilds, Freelancers Guild 101. So type in 101 down here. Head over to the Stargate again.
Calibration module activated. Calibration completed. Waiting for the thrust input.
So I mean, you can take your time and shop around and find, you know, if you're really picky on stats and finding components that go better together and all that sort of thing. Then you can do that by just going to different systems, seeing what they've got.
Please approach to the jump point
But
to start the process.
just for the sake of not dragging on a video too long,
Reserved for you.
just going on a price basis and just grabbing whatever sort of the most expensive that there is.
Waypoint of your route. Please wait for your ship to be scanned. Exit permission from the system has been obtained. The next waypoint is being passed. N3, 2, 1. Destination reached.
Okay, so Freelancers Guild up here. Cruise on over there.
Calibration module activated. Calibration completed. Waiting for the thrust input.
So once again, if you're rank 3 in Freelancers Guild, you'll have access to the terminal that I'm about to use here, which give you access to legendary ship weapons. So we're just gonna land ourselves here. Hop inside. Cruise on over in here to this legendary terminal. So we've got 6 slots. We're going to untick everything except for flagship. Now we've got 2 types. You've got static and you've got big cannons. So the static are more useful for against fighters and smaller ships, and your big cannons are for dealing with other capital ships. We don't come across too many of them, so I'm going to buy 2. Now I don't know that the primary bonuses actually have an effect on the capital ships, as all of the weapons on your capital ships are sort of automatic, and they don't have the same sort of degradation when you add more as they do on the other fighters. So I'm just going to go most expensive again. Grab 2 big guns, or big cannons. Yep, those 2. And we'll grab 4 statics. So let's see. So I'll grab that one. Yep. That one. Well, there's only 4 to choose from anyway, so we'll just buy all of those. That should be all that we need. We'll have a quick look here. We'll buy some of them. Some of them. Not going to put pod catchers on it because we can't put a stabilizer on it, and I don't know that I think there's a bit of a bug when you're trying to stabilize pods in the mothership, even though it does have space for I think 6 captives. We're not going to worry about that just yet, so we're going to go back. We go back now and put all this stuff on. Take a tour inside. So we're just going to go back to N1. I guess I could go to think you have to go back to to the original station that it was docked at originally. Same as a capital ship. Sort of can't just call it around from station to station.
Calibration module activated. Calibration completed. Waiting for the thruster input.
So we'll cruise on through here. We'll go back. We'll call it back. We'll put a couple of ships on it. We'll equip all our gear. Take a tour inside, and see how we go with that. So hit Control H.
Approach to the jump. Please proceed through the process reserved for you.
So it is rather large on the interior.
Please wait.
Got a few different areas.
Exit permission from the system has been obtained. The next waypoint is being passed. N3, 2, 1. Destination reached.
Alright, so back to Stronghold Station.
Calibration module activated. Calibration completed. Waiting for the thruster input.
Alrighty. So cruise on over here. We'll
Landing gear.
hop inside. Oops. Alrighty. So over here, just gonna go transfer items. We're going to no, we want that on there. Alright. Our stuff got unloaded. So let's just, before we call the ship, we want to put our pod catchers back on. 5 of our shield boosters. Energy boosters. Okay. So let's just minimize all these. Pop these up into here. I would like it if you could just drag them straight to the other ship instead of having to put them up in the bank first. But it is what it is. So now we're dragging back down into the Mother Earth. Okay, so now, Dock 1, put our WRA fighter. Deck 2, we'll put Zegan Warrior, and we'll call it. Yeah, just out of interest, just going to see if it reset. Yeah, it did. It unloaded all our stuff, which is kind of shit, because when you want to hop into your ship, it kind of resets it all. So cruise on up here, you can see our ships are now in here. Now, while it is docked, our paint job doesn't apply. Once you hop in it, paint job comes back. So there's our Zegan Warrior. Paint job is on that. Well, no, not our paint job. But anyway, we're going to leave them alone. Come over to this door. We've got guards. They salute. Come through here. It faces us around. We've got more guards. They salute. These are scattered around the place. They are fast travel. But we're going to have a bit of a tour. Got signs up. Storage that way. Cockpit that way. Both of these lead to the same place though. To this middle section. There's a door here. You can look out a window here. And got a mechanics bay over here. And this is where, so there's a ship over here. We can't interact with that. I believe that's like one of the fighters that our faction uses, but we can't have any interaction with that. We can look at it, we can run around it, that's about it. But this is basically our faction hangar terminal. So here's our mothership, and we want to add in the new components that we got. So we got the offensive holder, we got our cargo component, pop them in, and we can level up. We'll close out of here, open it up again, need to back off from it. And now they're in here, so we need to fill those up. And you'll see that we can't change the perks. So from here, storage area up this way. So this is actually a merchant. It doesn't sell anything, but we can sell stuff, and I don't want to sell all that, but we can sell our stuff here, and you can do that in space, which is pretty cool. Means you don't need to dock in at a station to sell stuff off. You can just sell it straight away. So that was mechanics. Yep, that was the storage area. Cockpits this way. We've got, you can't access any of this, it's just storage. We do have an armory through here. Over here, cruise down here. This guy here, he will sell us, or let us top up our ground fighting weapons at no cost. So that's pretty cool. And now the only place that we haven't been is the cockpit. It's around here and through here. None of these do anything. They look cool, but can't interact. And here we are. So just have a look. Window looks a bit iced up. Or is it cracked? But anyway, that's our massive ship. So, who we got here? We got drain sitting there. We should actually put Momo in because it's a drone ship. So we can jump in the cockpit here. We can access services from here while we've docked, or we could use the purple one down below. We should put in some probes, put in a catcher, put in a merger. We'll put in 2 boosters and a surfacer. Don't suppose it really matters, probably don't need all them. Drones, put a stack of drones in. I think I'm going to put one each of these 3 actually, I think I'll put the rest of them all just these guys. Now, components. So we want to pop these in. Alright, did we miss anything? Got everything there. Weapons. Alright, so go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alrighty. Can access the bank. See, 100% efficiency. And none of the actual primary bonuses actually come into play, I don't believe. Let's try swapping them around. Yeah. So there we go. If we take off, and you can see the dock where you can dock has those sort of blue grid lines around it, similar to the trade ships and the other capital ship. And you just sort of need to line up into there. It's a lot easier to do from the cockpit mode. And it slides into place. So that's going to do it for this episode. And in the next episode we'll take it out for a test run and try a bit of battle with it, see how it performs, and see how we go with like using our fighters from the decks. But that'll do it for now. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.